Hey everybody, this is Leyla McCalla, and I am going to play you a couple of songs from my first record, which is being re-released by Smithsonian Folkways this fall in October. It's really an honor to have been asked to be part of this marathon. I'm going to start with a song. So my first record was released in tribute to Langston Hughes, who's an artist who's had a really big influence on my life. And I want to play a song that comes from his poem, Varicolored Song. And that's how I got the name for the record, Varicolored Songs. But this song is called Heart of Gold. If I had a heart of gold, as some folks I know, I'd up and sell my heart of gold and head north with the go. But I don't have a heart of gold, my heart's not even lead. It's made of plain old Georgia clay, and that's why my heart is red. I wonder why red clay is so red and Georgia sky is so blue. I wonder why it's yes to me, but yes, sir, sir to you. I wonder why the sky is so blue and why the clay is so red. Why down south is always down and never up instead. The next song I'm going to sing for you is a song in Creole. It's actually the first Haitian Creole song I learned to sing. My family's from Haiti, and it's been a big part of my work to connect with a lot of the traditional music from Haiti, and it's been pretty illuminating because a lot of these old stories seem to apply to a lot of what we're grappling with and a lot of what challenges us still today. So I don't know when this song is from, but it's an old Haitian folk song, and this one's called La Tibonite, which is a valley in Haiti, and it's also a river. It's a very beautiful region, and many of the country's exports came from that area. But the song is about a bad harvest, and so it says, the sun is ill and is lying still. I go to the valley, they tell me that the sun is ill and is lying still. And when I went to go see the sun, I found the sun was sleeping. And then the next verse is, I go to the valley, they tell me that the sun is ill. And when I went to go see the sun, I found the sun had died. And it hurts my heart to have to bury the sun. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful metaphor for a bad harvest. But I feel like the song could be talking about, you know, so many of the ecological and environmental challenges that we continue to face in the world. So this one's called La Tibonite. La Tibonito, yo voy para el yo dim sole malin. Sole malin di coucher. La Tibonito, yo voy para el yo dim sole malin. Dem dérivé, les joints soleil couché. Dem dérivé, les joints soleil couché. Ça fait la peine pour m'enterrer soleil. C'est regrettant ça pour m'enterrer soleil. Soleil malin y couché, la Tibonito. Yo voy parler, moi yo dim soleil malin y couché, la Tibonito. Yo voy parler, moi yo dim soleil malin. Dem dérivé, moi je vais soleil mourir. Dem dérivé, moi je vais soleil mourir. Ça fait la peine pour m'enterrer soleil. C'est regrettant ça pour m'enterrer soleil. Ça fait moins mal pour m'enterrer soleil. Ça fait moins mal pour m'enterrer soleil. Soleil malin y couché, la Tibonito. Yo voy parler, moi yo dim soleil malin. Soleil malin y couché, la Tibonito. Yo voy parler, moi yo dim soleil malin. Dem dérivé, les joints soleil couché. Dem dérivé, les joints soleil mourir. Ça fait la peine pour m'enterrer soleil. C'est regrettant ça pour m'enterrer soleil. Ça fait moins mal pour m'enterrer soleil. Ça fait moins mal pour m'enterrer soleil. C'est regrettant ça pour m'enterrer soleil. Ça fait moins mal pour m'enterrer soleil. Ça est malheureux ça pour m'enterrer soleil. Ça fait moins mal pour m'enterrer soleil. Ça fait moins mal pour m'enterrer soleil.
So we are now thrilled to welcome Leyla McCalla into the box, into the square, into the room. She is here from New Orleans, so everyone is really far and wide, but all together here making music. Those were two very, very beautiful songs. Amazing to hear the cello played in that very strong and strumming way. Can you tell us a little bit about the creation of those songs and yeah, what you've been working on now too?
Sure. So those two songs are from my first record, which is called Varicolored Songs, and was released in the United States in early 2014, and in Europe it actually came out in late 2013. But it was released originally, 6 years ago, I guess now, and for me, those songs were kind of my assertion that I am an artist, you know. That's what, and the album was released in tribute to Langston Hughes. So I had adapted a lot of Langston Hughes's poetry to songs that I was creating. And so the first song that I played for you comes from a poem called Varicolored Song. And you know, I had done a lot of research about Langston Hughes's life because his work was just so moving to me. And so I read his two autobiographies. And the second one is called I Wonder as I Wander. And I was really struck by the fact that the book starts in Haiti in the early 1930s. And he's talking about, you know, sort of his, all of the connections that he was having in his mind about Blackness and Black culture and, you know, what it means to be Haitian. And so it really got me thinking, you know, myself about those things. Not that I haven't been thinking about those things my whole life, but, you know, it got me thinking about them in a creative way. And, you know, my cello technique, I can't talk about my cello playing without talking about my mentor, Rufus Cappadocia, who's an incredible cellist. I met him when I was 18 years old at a party, and he was playing with a band called the Voodoo Drums of Haiti. And I just remember thinking to myself, whatever I'm learning at school needs to also incorporate this. You know, I want to do that. And so I took lessons from Rufus for a long time, and you know, he just really helped me to understand the cello as outside of the classical realm, and you know, and learn to kind of explore all these different voices that the cello can embody. So yeah, that's
Cool.
a lot of information, but that's me.
It's so striking, the strumming. I've never seen playing on the cello quite like that. It's
You
remarkable.
were using a pick of some kind, or
No, I'm just using my hands.
wow.
Yeah, just strumming with my hands. I kind of mimic a pick, you know. I find myself kind of holding my hands like this. I don't know if people can see how people can see.
I got really excited when you said that this was going to be re-released on Smithsonian Folkways, because
Yeah.
as I have mentioned in this program before, I am a record collector. And
Nice.
so Folkways was this not-for-profit company that was created to show the breadth of the music that's happening in America, especially music that's not generally
Commercially.
commercial. Yeah.
viable.
So it's
Yeah.
so it's the Alan Lomax records and the early Pete Seeger records and music from prison songs. And so the
Right.
idea that this music is in dialogue with this incredible repertoire of things from our varied traditions, I thought was really beautiful. So.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been really exciting we just announced 2 days ago, so it's been really exciting to share that, because this is going to be the first time that this record is on vinyl. And I didn't get to do that with the original release. So, you know, I've had all these moments of hesitation, like, am I far enough in my career to be able to do this? But I think that the content on the album, and, you know, Langston Hughes's poem speaks so strongly to what we are experiencing in our society today. So it feels really gratifying to be able to give them another push out into the world.
What's your next project? What's coming up? Whenever it comes up.
So, yeah. So, you know, right before the COVID shutdown, I premiered a multimedia performance at Duke University called Breaking the Thermometer to Hide the Fever. This was a commissioned piece where I had the opportunity to collaborate with an archive housed at their library, the Radio Haiti Archive. And it just felt like, you know, one of those moments like, I am the chosen one, I will do this project, you know? And what has I guess, you know, persisted is just this really real hunger for knowledge about Haiti and sharing Haitian stories, and sharing them in a way that destigmatizes Haiti, because Haiti has been seen in such a negative light for so long. And so I've just learned really a lot about late 20th century Haitian history, about the sacrifices that Haitian journalists made in the fight for democracy and human rights. And so I'm hoping to make an album with all of the songs that I wrote and arranged for the piece, and planning on recording this fall. So that's my next project.
And is there a visual component to the piece?
Yeah, so the performance itself incorporated dance, music, projection, and sound design. And so you know, it was definitely the most ambitious project that I've ever been a part of, and been sort of in a leadership position, you know. And so I'm kind of excited to scale all that back and make my record, you know, because that feels like, okay, this is where I really get to know the language. But yeah, I mean, beautiful learning experience all around, and I'm very, very blessed to have, not just blessed, but, you know, just have a really wonderful team. And we were able to secure a grant from the Kellogg Foundation to continue to support the development process, to make this record, and to bring the piece eventually to Haiti for a Haiti tour.
Wow.
So who knows when any of that will happen. But yeah, my
Whenever,
most ambitious project seems to just get more and more ambitious by the second, and then, you know, COVID-19 hits and the borders are shut down. Our fall from grace was swift, but
So important and great that you're bringing it to Haiti. I mean, you know, to draw from that personal history, and then to bring it back and have that dialogue there is fantastic.
yeah, no, I think it's also just so necessary, you know, for both American audiences and Haitian audiences to have this conversation about, you know, what is democracy, does a free press contribute to our society, and why is it important? You know, those are I think some of the most vital questions today. So yeah, I don't shy away from political work.
whenever that time comes, we want to be there to see your new piece. And
Yes,
thank you so much for those songs, and for chatting with us today. And
absolutely. We'll see you next time.